Hyatt Regency, aqui na Aruba, está caminhando, está tomando lugar o primeiro evento internacional de transporte aéreo duradouro. Seguro uma iniciativa de Dutch Caribbean Cooperation of Airports, sumamente interessante, pero hopi importante para botar uma nota de G. Aqui está papiando de futuro de aviação, pero também tudo cambio que aeroporto não seguro de nos isla não, também tem que hasi de aí na binideiro, se nos não que cai atrás com o desenvolvimento não e queda competitivo. Per motivo aqui também nós escolhe para AUE, pone hopi atenção riba Curaçao. Curaçao Airport Partners. Nós sostemos uma entrevista com Jonny Andersen, CEO de Airport de Curaçao, riba aspecto aqui.
At the end of the day, we are a small airport, and being part of a bigger, partnership with other airports in the Dutch Caribbean is really important for us because, first of all, we learn, we exchange information, we exchange knowledge, and we also exchange, what we are doing today so we can actually be better prepared for the future.
A cooperação entre aeroportos e isla Nang é de vital importância para o futuro. Para sobra, quizás não estava taxado evidente, mas em realidade, que tem apenas algum ano. Está calculado que já acaba por para 2027, está assinalado que nós estamos recebendo certo avião que está trai entre outro riba corriente. Para isso, que seguro, é importante também a infraestrutura na Curaçao Airport Partners.
It will come here no matter what we want. If we want it or not, we have to be prepared when it actually comes to Curaçao, because we will have electrical aircrafts in the future that will service the islands and in between, and the inter-island traffic will actually be the one that will serve us here. So that will change the way that the airport will look like. First of all, we have to start producing energy, because we need to charge those aircrafts. Also, we are looking at the possibility of doing, kind of a simplified way of handling the inter-island traffic for those electrical aircrafts.
Quizás botar meta punta por mês, tipo de câmbio na cine aqui, tá parte de maneira cosco não lo pode requerir inversão não com bota punta, tá de uma nossa avançar que sem como airport aqui na Curaçao para assim realidade. Sr. Jonny Andersen explica.
The investment itself, when it comes to electrification and preparing those are reasonable. The investments are not that big for the airport and the infrastructure, because the prices on everything that has to do with solar panels, with electrification, is coming down. I think the big investment will be for the airlines, the airline operators, to invest in those type of aircrafts. That will be quite a big investment to begin with. So it costs less to operate those aircrafts, but the investment is relatively big according to the estimates that I have seen. So the question is, will our operators be ready to invest in those aircrafts or not? Or will we actually see new operators coming to the island to actually operate between, let's say, the IBC, Aruba and Curaçao and Bonaire?
Banda de vista riba e futuro kuta den cercania em maneira Sr. Andersen avisa tá questão para preparar para sobre o desenvolvimento nang tá seguindo nang caminda tá efficião ku Jonny Andersen mestre hiba na airport aqui. Airport de Curaçao ela avisa mestre cria mais tipo de entrada, diversificar de certo sentido. Para sobre, por exemplo, tem hopi área que está baixi para que por que usar e por generar entrada para airport e criar cupo de trabalho.
Something that I discovered when I came here, that we hardly have any cargo business to talk about. And Curaçao Airport previously had quite some market share, not the big one, but a smaller market share of the total in the Caribbean market. And that's related mostly to horticulture. Horticulture is flowers, like living flowers and fruits and so on, that needs to be transported in a certain way, called cold storage, cold chain, and so on. I believe that we can do something with this one on Curaçao Airport and create jobs and create something completely new by offering new infrastructure related to that one. Also, another interesting opportunity I've seen that we believe that we can look into is pharmaceuticals, medication like blood and medication, and distribution of this one to the other hospitals and to other actors on the islands. We believe that we have a unique opportunity now in the coming year or so to place ourselves to be a pharmaceutical hub of the Dutch Caribbean islands, if not even more. And this is a very, very interesting area because it's very specialized, it's very regulated, but if you are able to meet those criteria and find the right partners, and we are in discussions with some of them already, then it will open up a completely new door for Curaçao Airport, but also for Curaçao as an island, as a distribution center of something very, very valuable.
The vision from Jonny Andersen is not only just managing the airport now with the passengers and the stores, but you want to create new business.
And I want to create jobs. I really want to create jobs. So what we are doing right now, we are doing this strategy development to see what areas of business can we actually develop where we are and what we have. And there are few things have really kind of been lifted and brought out that we see as very, very interesting.
Durante panel katumaluga akinang, Jonny Andersen na indika kupa eta pouco difícil pahasi proyeksyon ng pa 2023. Eta cauteloso din sa akia, mirando hopi faktor ng variable kutahunga un rol. Inflasyon, e guerra na Ucrania kuti impacto, pero tambe posisyon aktual di euro, siguro mirando importancia pe mercado aki pa nos país.
We see that we have inflation that is hurting the pockets of our travelers. And you know, when you have less money, you stop traveling, for example. And also you see that you have, what can I say, the war situation in Europe that is also, you know, the uncertainties of the world that is also affecting people's willingness to travel. So 2023 looks good, but there's a lot of uncertainties out there that could affect the way that we are working and the result of our airports and the number of tourists coming to Curaçao.
Is there anything that CAP can actively do to try to mitigate the negative effects?
We are doing a lot of what can I say? We are talking a lot to the airlines out there. We are really active on all of the conferences. We have a good cooperation with CTB and with CHATA, especially now in North America, which we are focusing on specifically this year. And also into next year. And we really hope that we can make a difference. But we have some good news that will come in a few weeks' time. We have some good news that we will tell you about new airlines or new traffic coming into the island for next year in 2024. So just stay tuned. The good news are coming, you know.
Not to rain on the good news parade, but I have to ask because at the end, the airport does have a participation in the cost of traveling for people leaving the island and coming into the island. Are we set on that now, like the amount of tax that's necessary to cover operations, to cover everything?
I hope that we will see a reduction in the fee structures for usage of our airport for the public and for our passengers that are traveling. The reason for this is that I believe that we will see, you know, like we are coming out of the pandemic. If the figures that are continuing or that continues, then we will be able to reduce the fees. But I also think that it's to stimulate more traffic, to reduce the cost of actually coming to Curaçao. That's part of the, what can I say, calculation that needs to go up, you know, like to make it more attractive to come to Curaçao.
On a scale of challenges, seeing that you have a vast experience around the world, how do you see the Curaçao Airport partners in that as to your job?
Yeah. No, I think that we have a lot of challenges that we need to solve. I think that the challenge of the electrification is both an inspirational one, but it's also a road that needs to be traveled, and there's a lot of obstacles on that road that we need to overcome. But we have good partners, we have good owners, we have a really good relationship with our asset holder, the holding company and the government. And with this support, I'm sure that we will overcome the challenges that we have ahead and become the airport of the future for Curaçao. I really hope that we will see a lot of differences in the years to come.
Si conoscucha, lo qual Turku chiede compartì durante di evento aqui, ta mostra che porti un futuro sumamente brillante per airport di Curaçao. In todo caso, e vision ta hopi enfocar riba futuro. E futuro ku nos noting ku kaya atrás je, camina ti un desarrollo gigante de manera ku avionan tabe opera ku tempo e nos como Curaçao mester ta clapa acaparar essa aqui. Tambe e vision di oportunidade nan ku e posição di Curaçao brinda. E é hecho que, por exemplo, Aruba, Bonaire, pero também Sabas, Teixa e San Martin Tamira, que nós temos saca, provecho for de esaki, preparar-nos airport nang, lobby para esaki nang, porque da usar também como base nang para por começar com o vuelo nang elétrico aqui. De outra banda, a visão de Curaçao, agora que bau de Jonny Andersen, CEO de Curaçao Airport Partners, para diversificar de certo sentido também, assim nos airport seguro, resiliente e não somente dependente de entrada de passageiro. Traja de outra banda, riba reduzir maneira por e mais que por como ainda também, e gasto e pressão riba e passageiro que o passador de nos airport, que tá assim nós também como país e airport mais atrativo. Só para você sintonizar. Outro reportagem nang também que nos lotra com outra pessoa nang e não porque da fo. Lobo me vista também de avião elétrico aqui que pronto, de futuro quizás dia o mais grande a bota sentada em Para Telenotícia, for de Aruba, Joana Costa Gomes e tras de câmara, Erwin Scharbay.